Hello there YouTube, this is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily, or more accurately, a continuation of our previous Inkbound Daily, the one from 4/24 or April 24th. And in this run we were playing Moss Cloak with the Essence of Quillian, and we were kind of going for a Spikes build, and because I may not be able to get enough time to edit in like a cheeky like Dragon Ball Z meme in the front of this video, we're going to go ahead and overview our run. But we are currently in combat. And the reason why the last video had to end was because the servers went down while we were playing. Turns out Frieza wasn't kidding when they said that I had 4 minutes to get off the planet. Anyways, so we have millstones in effect, which does make our building like slightly harder, especially when you're trying to go for a tanky build. We can fit less items in here. Thankfully, plus 50% quillings on Store of Legend has been fixed, and we easily have been making enough money to buy legendaries. We were lucky enough to get needles in the first shop, and then second shop we took Trickster's Hook. We had an option of a second needles, Trickster's Hook, or Contrition of Elira. We have 2 shielding flurries, which I think is a mistake, and we also have prepared quick dash, shielding dash. So we have access to a lot of shielding, not even counting the fact that we also have shield wall. And that's primarily like our whole gig here, is just to make as much spikes as possible so that enemies destroy themselves upon our body. And yeah, it's been working out pretty well. The main problem that we had was there was a couple of fights, like the first boss fight, we took 10 damage, I believe. And we had one fight where we took 2 turns, and that was absolutely catastrophic to our score. But otherwise, like, the build is good enough. Again, having an extra 3 vestiges would make the world right now. But, you know, that's what dailies are. Anyways, we currently have 3 will. Is that a single power orb? That's looking like 2 power orbs right there. We need to reduce the amount of bullshit going on. That was a singular power orb. Okay. We don't have extra shielding on this, but it will heal us. We also heal 4 at the end, so we can kind of take this breakage. Well, that's a smidgen awkward. Take this orb, and I guess we're just gonna get more hits in here. Because if I get rid of this 4 damage, then we're full blocking. I wonder what turn we're on. I really wish that there was a turn counter. Like, we know that it's being tracked, so why not display it? That's my professional opinion. Did we take an extra turn on this? We did. I don't think that there's much that we could have done about that, but at least we healed back the health that we lost, so that kind of broke even. Might as well heal the 1 health that we're missing, and 12 shield now for each will consumed. That's pretty good. Doesn't get us spiked though. Do we really need that? Also, the cooldown is horrendous. I don't like that at all. I think we can get away with just taking Fortify. It's the same, but we get damage resist, which is extremely helpful for us being tanky. This one's rough. I think it is free flurry. It's not like we're going to see another blue to get a 3rd shielding flurry on this. The extra piercing throw for almost like double damage is also notable, but I don't know. We don't really use flurry that much. And in the upcoming fights, we're probably going to be using flurry even less because the enemies are tankier and we don't kill trash. Unless, of course, we get the elite fight where it's the 2 ink in a boxes. We got 1 ink in a box. It's an ink in a box. Yes, please. I want to see how much damage I'm taking. It's 0. So we're going to generate enough spiked here. We probably don't need to do much of anything. In fact, we're killing you guys. We in it. Nah, I'd win. You're pretty much going to burn alright. Let's take our power orb. Okay, killing an ink in a box in 1 turn is going to be horrendous. Like, I kind of do have to ask why this is a thing. Jeez. That is rough. I knew Magic Pixel existed. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get this kill. We can flurry twice. Everything's going to kill itself against us. So Fortify is going to save us. Yeah, we just can't make you attack us, and we didn't grab this power orb earlier. I also don't know if that would have made a difference, because we still would have had to do like 1500 damage. We just don't have that much damage output right now. So we're going to take another turn deficit on the Chapter 3 Elite fight, which is worth more. Beep, 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 bam. +5 shield is quite incredible. This is also quite incredible, to be honest. Spinning throw allowing us to hit an additional time. Like, the negative damage isn't that bad. So since it does 50 normally, going -15 and doubling means that you do 70 damage. So this is technically a 20% damage increase, which is ass for a purple. However, hitting an additional time is quite notable, especially when you're looking at things like needles. Needles? Bleed effects, the like. These are honestly all pretty good. Blazing Incendiary would also greatly help our single target. It would make it 30 stack. Well, okay. It depends on if they fix the ordering on it. We're going to assume not. So then it's going to do 15, double that, 30, then add another 15, which is plus 50%. Again, pretty bad. But if this works correctly now, then it is going to be 30 and then doubled for basically double the amount of burn. And burn is currently doing like probably like a lot, but not necessarily like enough to be insanely great. We got 170 Omni damage. Probably should have kept those little guys alive to farm more Trickster's Hook on them. But Impenetrable Wall seems like it's going to be the main issue. Maybe not with Relentless Barrage. I'm going to go with Spinning Throw. Why not? Get crazy. There's Armored Porcupine. Ayo! Okay, so I think we take Armored Porcupine over Verdant Sprout. And there's another spike set that we don't need, but we can get some extra DR out of it. Or Swindlers? This blur seems like it's going to be huge, honestly. But we could also just grab Swindlers. Also, Gnarled Root is kind of garbo. Unless we have full Warden. In which case this would give us our full like DR of 65 pretty easily. But since it's not, and it's going to put us at 4, we can only really gain like 30 DR off it. And then our resistant looks terrible. Whereas alternatively, if we grab this, we're up at 20, plus 25 occasionally, plus 5. So, yeah. So 25, we get 50 spiked on the first turn. Yeah, I can deal with that. The question honestly is that worth more than Shiny Shoes? I'm going to say that it is not. So let's go ahead and drop these. Oh, there's my second grinder. I was like, excuse me. Junk? Boy. Okay, I think it's Contrition. Trickster's Hook was fun, but I mean, it's triple damage. So I guess the main question is Porcupine actually better? Because Porcupine can only occur 3 times a turn. So we're gaining 15 spikes per turn. That is not better than a second Needles. And nothing else here looks appetizing. So we're gonna snag Swindlers. We can't buy both of these. I think Elira is the move. Oh, I guess, hold up. Are we able to get a Warden out of this? I said a Warden. If we re-roll this, then we can't buy anything. So I guess we're not re-rolling this. So then what do we want? We could get Vigorous. That would help. We're about to grind Eternal Longing. Yeah, it's not really helpful for us. That also gives us Striker, which is 25% more damage. Yeah, I like that. Let's grab Contrition. And now we're pumping. Alright. So, we found out that Blazing Barrier doesn't proc spikes, and that's kind of a big deal. Because I thought that this fight was going to be cruise control, because we could just hard focus Cinder, and then the Blazing Barrier would cause us to do the Reflect on it. There's also no Cinder Cultist here. Did this fight change? I mean, if there's no Cinder Cultist here, that changes the entire aspect of the fight. So I was preparing for something that didn't even exist. I'm gonna hit you with that. Swing, swing. That's gonna get us pretty close. Like, I think at this point we just murder everything. Yeah. This is thankfully not going to leave any gunk on the floor. I do appreciate that. We don't need to use our Fortify yet, so we won't. We don't need that Power Orb, so we won't. We do want to get attacked, though. I mean, not really anymore, I guess. Okay, we're good. So we're just gonna farm some more spiked. Am I even gonna have to like take a mushroom? I don't think I am. You don't need no stinking mushrooms. Alright, might as well just do this for funsies. Alright. Yep, that was a pretty good wrap up. We don't gain health bonus on these? How do we lose points but not gain points? Just a thought. We had to get an F8 in, even with this short episode. Anyways, yeah, it was a fun run. And now we've got one millstone, like, mastered. Does this have lore? I almost have to see now. Anyways, I'll have to do that after. Yeah. We got under 4,500, like, just barely, so... like, for most intents and purposes, I would say that it's a good run, just not a good run for us. Highly doubtful that we're going to be on the first page, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, you thought the run was entertaining or at least educational. If you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put those down in the comments below. And until next time, we will catch you guys around. And I'm looking at the score here. Arg, Leto, Dear Lord all beat me. Fair enough. Again, I'll have to look back and see how much points I lost just due to that one fight, and see if missing 2 turns on the one fight, and see if that wouldn't be significant enough to bump me up like to 6th place is where I feel that would be, because I feel like it was a hard fight, so it's worth 3,000, and so missing 2 turns would have been worth, I guess, only 1,500 actually. Meep beep bap. Or is it 25 for those? I keep forgetting. Anyways, yeah, catch you guys around.